Hello, in this video we are going to look at a complete program where we will use all the concepts that we have learned so far. So we are going to create a class called account to represent a real world bank account. Now maybe not so much in details, but a very simple one. So we would like to keep information about the account, like the name of the account or the name of the account holder and how much balance does he or she have in that account. And we will have to give methods. We'll define methods for finding out what is the balance, like get balance, okay? And then we will write methods for depositing money and withdrawing money, okay? And in addition to this, we will also have constructors and other get and set methods. So let's start. So I will first create a class account. So here I would like to define two data members or instance variables, name and balance. So name, you know, it will be a string name. Oops, sorry about the typo. And balance, let me give it as double data type balance. Now these two, as I had mentioned earlier, data members would always like to keep it as private, so we will keep these as private. And what we will do is we will write get and set methods for each of these. So let me write a get and set method for name. So for get, I will return a string get name, okay? It returns a string, and what does it do? Return. Now here I'm going to use this pointer. Even if you can write it directly also, name, I'll write this dot name, okay? So this always will refer to the name that is here, the name which is the instance variable. Even though here there is no confusion, but still we'd like to use this. Similarly, we will write get balance, okay? Now get balance is double, it should return a double, so double get balance, so it should return to me balance, the instance variable balance. So these are the two get methods. Now let us write the set method. So set is going to assign some value and not return anything. So void set name, and name I'm going to assign a string value. So let me write string, again let me give name. So I hope this is clear to you as to this name here is going to be a local variable of this method, whereas this name here is going to be the instance variable for the object of class account. So when I want to assign this, I will write it, I have to write it as this dot name is assigned name, where name here refers to this and name here refers to the instance variable name. Okay, so this is for name. Similarly for balance, I will add balance, okay? So fine. Now here you remember one thing. Now if you recall, if I had not given any access modifier out here, or I would have given private, then name and balance could be accessible from outside. Anybody can assign a value to balance or name, okay? But I have given, I have declared these using the access modifier private, but I have given methods like this: set balance and set name. Now because I have given these two methods, it is still accessible from outside. So I can still use this method to assign a value to balance. So you might think that what is the difference? Giving this as private, or sorry, as public, or giving a method like this. The difference is that when you declare an instance variable as public, then without any check from outside, a value can be assigned. On the other hand, if I write a method, okay, if I write a method, then I can have some control about how I want the value to be assigned. Like, say for example, here suppose I want that if the balance, a value which is greater than 0 is assigned for the balance. Okay, I don't want any negative value to be assigned, because negative value of balance does not make sense. So I have the control here that I can write some code out here in the method set balance to impose this particular restriction. So if I write something like this, if balance is greater than 0.0, let's say I'll write something like this, if balance is, then only we will assign this. Else we can give some statement, error, system.out.println, say invalid balance. Okay, so now I have the control that I will first verify whether the value that is being assigned is correct or not. So that is the basic difference between declaring some data member or instance variable as public and having a public method to assign a value. Okay, because the control is here. Okay, continuing with this, now I have name. I have written all the get and set methods. Okay, now let me write the constructor. So constructor of this the name would be account. Okay, because it is and constructor, and again let me write the parameters name double balance. You can give as many constructors as you want. I'll give only one. Okay, so this dot name is assigned name. You can also do the checking here, like if let me just copy paste this to save time. Okay, so here we are. So what we have is, this is our constructor, and remember, constructor is always public. You don't have to write it, but it is by default, it is public. So this is what we have, account, and we have the methods, we have the constructor. Now let us write methods for deposit and withdraw. So deposit should not return any value. Okay, and it should center, let me put double, not int, amount. This is the amount to be deposited. So how would I update the account? This amount would be deposit, means it will be added to the balance. So again, here also I can make some checks. Amount is greater than 0. Okay, since it is double, so I'll put 0.0. Then balance is equal to balance plus amount. Okay, else you can put some invalid amount entered. Fine. So this is deposit. Same way I can write for withdraw also. So withdraw, what it will do, it will deduct some amount. So again, amount is greater than 0, and then I can also put something that if the amount that is to be withdrawn should be more or less than what is the balance. So let me write here, if amount is less than or equal to, instead of 0.0 let me put, you can have both, okay. So if amount is less than or equal to balance, then only we are going to do the deduction. So balance would be balance minus the amount. Otherwise, insufficient balance, let me say, let me give the message, insufficient balance. Fine. So now I have completed the account class. So I have two data members, name and balance. I have all the get and set methods for both. Then I have a constructor. Then I have a deposit method, and I have a withdraw method. Now let us test. So we will create a class, tester class, driver class, account test. Okay, so here I have the main. Public static void main, string args. Okay, so here let me create an account. So account A1 is new account. So let me give, I have to give a name. So let's say Tom, and amount is say 1000.0. Okay, create it. Let me create another account. Okay, A2. Now let me give a negative number here. Okay, all right. So let's see how this works. For the time being, just these two, creating the objects. Okay, so I have to save it as account test. So let me save it here. Account test.java. Okay, let me go to the command line now. So Java C account test.java. So it's compiled. Let me execute. Main method not found in class account test.java. Okay, maybe I made a mistake. I'll just go back and check this. Oh, main, typo, saved. So here you can see it says invalid balance. So I was trying to add a negative balance here. For the first object it has created, for the second one it has said invalid balance. So I cannot have this. So let me just put 2000. Now let us try to assign some values. So here now let us try to add use the set balance method to assign a new balance to the two accounts. So here, as you can see, I have written a1.setBalance up to 400. So this is valid. It satisfies our condition that we give out here, that means balance should be set balance, so balance should be greater than 0. So this will execute properly. But for the second one, I have given a negative value 200. Set balance for account A2. So the set balance here, it should give me an error. It should give me that the condition is not satisfied. So it should show me invalid balance. So let us run the program and see. So let us run the program now. Compiled, run. So you can see it says invalid balance for the first deposit. For account 1 Tom, it is 100, and here it is 2000. It remains the same, but here the balance has been set to 100. Now coming back, to our thing, let me just comment out these two. These are just for testing purpose. Let us do deposit now. So A1 dot set deposit 100. Okay, I'd like to deposit 100 here. So before deposit, I'm printing here before deposit, and then A2, from A2 I would like to withdraw. A2 I would like to withdraw 1000, and then again we are printing the account details. So here again, compile, execute. So you can see here account 1 was 1000, account 2 was 2000. After deposit to account 1, it became 1001. After deposit, after withdraw from account 2, it became 1000. And same way, if I give a wrong value out here, suppose 2000 was the withdrawal, so if I give 3000, okay, let's see what happens now again. So compile, run. So it shows first initial balance was 1000 and 2000. Then we tried to withdraw from second account, so it shows if insufficient balance. Here it shows deposit successful, here no transaction. So we have created a small bank account for bank account simulation of a bank account using our Java class.